back to Planet CDR. Yet, Hyrule Warrior, but I understand. And having streamed for this myself before, it does happen. Still, thank you for streaming and for continuing supporting. All right. So, we've been pretty thorough in our backtracking. And we just got done with that yellow teleporter, I think. Pretty sure we need to go back to Barenia next. First time doing a charity stream? Awesome. Yeah, it's a bit nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm honestly a bit nervous right now myself, and I've done charity streams before. I've been streaming for a while, and it kind of doesn't go away. Mana Knight is awesome. Try to shortcut through the Emmy zone now that we've gotten rid of the Emmy here. I am not sad that that Emmy is gone. I also still have no idea how to get to that missile tank. We have the grapple beam now. So we can actually get rid of these blue triangle points in our way now, to some extent. Yes, Galentine. Once all of our players are able to get on stream and check in, then yes, I'm planning on Stellaris still. Yes. This room. We killed this, and now it's here being studied. Kinda creepy. Just sat him. Exactly, Galentine. You know, I'm not sure why at the bottom on my panel it's saying that my fundraising stream has ended. It absolutely hasn't. We just got started. There we go. That might have just needed to be refreshed. This still works. Need to be better about my timing on that still. Water is gorgeous. So, Extra Life is, if y'all haven't already had your ears talked off about it, is a charity that benefits adult children's medical hospitals, specifically our local one here, and they do really awesome work, and they do it at no charge to the families. It's funded by charitable efforts. Hey, I bet we can get this now. Screw you, giant fan. Also bypass that.
You must construct additional pylons.
Thank you, Galentine. Appreciate the bits. This way. Understand that you wanted to surprise me with that one. Just a friendly reminder, you can play any of the sounds you want by asking me to play them, and donating $1 as well. Yes, I see one. It just happened. I don't have a notification on an incentive for that. But that does qualify for a couple incentives. sounds to become a channel points redeemable. Is that one your choice, Galentine? So we can definitely do that. Okay, because I didn't actually give me the text there. That's irritating. There we go. That's silly. Thank you so much for your donation, by the way. So yeah, I might have to ask people to put that text in chat here if they need. Sounds. Pylons.
You must construct additional pylons.
I hear a raid coming in. Oh my goodness. Cashed out! Oh my goodness, thank you for coming over and bringing your community. Clyro, hey!
Grabby.
Game time with Anthony, good to see you. Hey, Art Hunter Vera. Really appreciate y'all coming over. It just started. I'm running a little bit late. Galentine just redeemed and added a sound alert to our channel points. So I just set that up to make sure it's working. And it should be now. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, Raiders. Appreciate you coming over. We're a variety stream. I tend to like cozy vibes and playing story games with my friends. And right now we're raising funds for Extra Life too. Thanks for passing over, Cash Dow. So we've got a donation link down in the About section. And we've got some fun incentives if you'd like. Please feel free to check it out at your leisure. And I'm gonna probably come over here and get back to working on trying to get somewhere in Metroid. Thank y'all for coming over to support the kids. Hate that thing. Exactly, Cashed out. Interesting, so I've got to be on the other side of to break. That's understandable, Clyro. You've been up for a while, and thank y'all so much for coming by. Good night. By the way, y'all, for some reason my commands and my notifications are not all working correctly. It's a bit unfortunate. But if you do make a donation and redeem one of the incentives, please also post about it here in chat, just so that I know right away what you've redeemed. Otherwise, it might come with a little bit of a delay. A full 12 hours. Great work, Yashtao. Thank you so much. I appreciate you putting that time in and all that effort in. Thank you so much. Alright then. Well, you know, I'm actually not really seeing anywhere here that's where we need to go. I think I have gone the wrong direction. Spider. Let's see. There we go, there it is. Sound alert pylons. Thank you so much, Galentine. I should have figured that would wind up being one of the 5. That's a one-way. I know somewhere. We've gone and put some markers of things. It is like, it's almost like we're brothers and sister or something. I really, like, I'm really not sure where that comes from, but you know, it is almost like I know you or something. Yeah, there's a grapple door here. That might get us somewhere. Right. That works. It's a long way, though. Goodness, thank you so much, Gashtao. You too. Did you see the donation there? Is that a gun jamming? Did you just jam my arm cannon? There are the notifications. Ah, you stinker. Alright. Guns malfunctioning. No pew-pew. Except to open doors. For 3 minutes. Alright. That's a few successful counters. Ow. And one to the face. Oh, we can go up here. First, I think we want to backtrack and get the one back the way we came from. But I think that's our direction for progress. Sorry, Samus. It's for the kids. She understands. I'm sure she understands. Ow. Alright. Pausing the timer. transport. There we go. Resuming. Right then. Way over there. North Pole for the win. I am not going the right way. Run away. Bend over. That's the timer. We've got our arm cannon back up and running. Thank you, Gashtau.
Some of the wildlife down here is very grabby.
Aw, thank you, Berilius, for following. Hope you enjoy our vibes. Closed thermal trapdoor. And that stays closed then. Right then. We go around. Whose mannerisms is my accent mimicking today? I honestly don't know. I can shoot again. I have to just dodge it. That is a dangerous redemption. Save. Go ahead and top off those energy tanks. Oh, it's one of those doors. That's right. Wrong button. This'll not grapple people. Right then. Oop. running in a loop? No, I just accidentally restarted it. There we go. An unknown resource has been acquired. You cannot use... Oh, they've made it so sequence breaking to get super bomb containers, and this one doesn't automatically give you access to the super bomb system. There are some delightful sequence breaks in Metroid Prime where that is the case, and it quite changes up the order of the game if you can manage it. Well, I can remove that that mark now. But they still allow the sequence breaking for it, which is lovely. I don't think I still have what I need there. So, I think... we go back up. Oh, hello there. No, not this way. Not from here. Really a very good thing that they have a good map in this game, or I would be forever lost all the time. Galentine, if you wouldn't mind letting people know in the Solaris channel what we're doing with that I'm just waiting for them to check in chat. Just in case that Gary's on standby and hasn't realized. I am good either way. But that way I'm not keeping people waiting on me without anyone realizing what's there. Alright, we can get through that now. Got in some really good dodging practice with that latest redemption of the gun jamming. Alright. Yoink. New area. Still not to our ship. Okay. This game has been a blast so far. Appreciate it, Galentine. This looks nice. Are we actually at the surface yet? Not quite. There's a full recharge station. Beautiful statue. The sword. Right. This is a bit of an awkward room. So I need to be able I think I see to get up to the right there. with some Celeste skills checking back in. Oh, the Chozo architecture here is beautiful, and there's an enemy zone. Right. Oh, I don't like this at all. No sign of the Emmy itself. Cutscene. Ooh, Chozo
You must
and
construct
Kratos.
additional pylons.
Thank you, Galentide. Yeah. There's a Chozo warrior. Oh, rude. What just... It's going to be the Chozo. That's a different one. Excuse me, did you just deactivate the thing attacking me? Okay, thank you. Is there a rift in their tribe right now? Oh, this is new. This is... I did not see this coming. Raven Beak. He possesses superior physical prowess and intelligence and is the leader of the Chozo warrior tribe called the Malkin. Aided by the Malkin, a fellow tribe of the Chozo, we managed to contain the Metroids that were running rampant on SR-388. Our intention was to eradicate these Metroids, which had become more dangerous than ever before, by destroying the planet. I wound up following in your footsteps. Raven Beak took extreme measures to prevent that. Oh, this is so cool! He worships at the altar of power. In his eyes, the Metroids were symbolic of a power great enough to rule the galaxy. Raven Beak plotted to bring the Metroids to ZDR and use them as a bioweapon. To accomplish this, he needed the Toha tribe, as we possess the ability to control the Metroids. For that purpose, I alone was spared. Raven Beak and the Malkin tribe took me back to their homeworld, CDR, in order to continue their preparations for gathering Metroids. Oof. However, they ran into unforeseen difficulties and were forced to put their plan on hold. Was it the fact that I blew up SR-388? One of the soldiers who returned from SR-388 was actually an X in disguise. Shit. ZDR descended into chaos. All of their soldiers were infected by the X. Ooh. Yet somehow, Raven Beak narrowly managed to contain them. He then turned his thoughts to resuming his plan. So that's how he lost his tribe. But the Metroids on SR-388 had already been eradicated by your hand. And he bears a grudge about that, with the Metroids now extinct. Ravenbeak's plan should have lain in ruin. He wants our DNA. Lain in ruin, if not for you. So he did. He planted a trap. X-acid fusion, yes, Hyrule Warrior. The Emmy are being used by Ravenbeak. Samus Aran, listen well. He has commanded them to. He's gonna show up and kill you, isn't he? Extract the Metroid DNA from within your body. That's why he left us alive. He weakened our power suit, but left us with our Metroid DNA. Do not worry. I'll end this once and for all. In Samus' voice, in native Chozo. Beautiful. You must proceed this way. I have unlocked the gate. Yes, Hyrule Warrior. Have you played Metroid Fusion? I am counting on you, Samus. And then he's dead. You mother... Okay, so this is one of what's-his-name's warriors. Ravenbeak. So this has been a Chozo internal fight this long. And yes, that music. Absolute chills. Alright, you know what? Missiles. Chozo, not Chorizo. Hyrule Warrior. But, yes. And then I die! God damn it! That's 23, so wow, that was awesome! And I'm also sad that, like, that they died, but, like, oh my goodness. This is a cool sequence. So that explains why they're using the Emmys and why they left us alive after power draining us. I forgot that's what they were called, Hyrule Warrior. Also, that moment of just, nope, shut down. What? Leaving Samus just going, what just happened? But hearing Samus' voice answering in perfectly fluent native Chozo. Oh, beautiful moment here. I'm gonna rewatch this entire cutscene, y'all. This is entirely too pretty to try and skip. Agreed. She's finally home for a moment. The Chozo who attacked you is called Ravenbeak. He possesses superior physical prowess and intelligence, and is the leader of a Chozo warrior tribe called the Maukin. Aided by the Maukin, a fellow tribe of the Chozo, we managed to contain the Metroids that were running rampant on SR-388. So, yeah, they deployed the Metroids to contain the X, and then contained them. Our intention was to eradicate these Metroids, which had become more dangerous than ever before, by destroying the planet. However, Raven took extreme measures to prevent that. He worships at the altar of power. In his eyes, the Metroids were symbolic of a power great enough to rule the galaxy. That's a soul-drained Chozo. Ravenbeak plotted to bring the Metroids to ZDR and use them as a bioweapon. To accomplish that, he needed the Thoha tribe, as we possess the ability to control the Metroids. For that purpose, I alone was spared. Ravenbeak and the Maukan tribe took me back to their homeland, ZDR, in order to continue their preparations for gathering Metroids. Yes, the song is beautiful. However, they ran into unforeseen difficulties and were forced to put their plan on hold. One of the soldiers who returned from SR-388 was actually an X in disguise. And you now know that I know what those are. ZDR descended into chaos. All of their soldiers were infected by the X. Yet somehow, Ravenbeak narrowly managed to contain them. He then turned his thoughts to resuming his plan. But the Metroids on SR-388 had already been eradicated by your hand. With the Metroids now extinct, Ravenbeak's plan should have laid in ruin, but then the space pirates fucked around, and the X came back, and we happened. The enemy not being used by Ravenbeak, Samus Aran. Listen well. He has commanded them to extract the Metroid DNA from within your body. Which makes sense. Do not worry. I'll end this once and for all. My geeky gay heart. You must proceed this way. Oh, that's cool. I am counting on you, Samus. Never seen the Chozo look so much like space pirates. Awesome, thank you, Galentine. Am I not even doing damage here? Not even doing damage. Maybe, but the thing that's horrifying me is this base has had Kraid and has, I think, Raven Beak is re-engineering all of those things. And at this rate, I'm starting to think Raven Beak might have been responsible for the space pirates. The death animation is definitely in keeping. Because the space pirates have a level of genetic weapon augmentation tech that isn't Chozo in nature. I mean, at the same time, they don't recognize the Chozo, so that's improbable, but... This was a trap. This was meant to take us out. But someone recognized us and was looking out for us. I love this cutscene. I love everything about this cutscene so much. I hate to skip it, but gotta figure out how to kill this thing. Yeah, I can't leave the room, so... Hey, Gary. Good to see ya. It's immune to grapple beam. I just got to a major exposition point. Jeez, this thing hits like a truck. I just got to a major exposition point in Metroid Dread, and it might be a good place to switch if Katydid's also on board. Are you liking the new sound? Huh. In Super Metroid, if I remember right, and it may have been in the American edition, the Zero suit had bare arms and legs, but it was still covering kind of swimsuit cut. Oh, me too, Katydid. This is wish fulfillment right here. This is amazing stuff, plot-wise. Alright, you're up for switching. Exactly. Hyrule Warrior. Exactly, Galentine. He's wanting to get the Metroid DNA out of us so that he can start cloning Metroids again. That's the whole reason why he left us alive, but power drained us. I suspect, was to leave us vulnerable to the enemies. such a cool cutscene. Alright, I'm gonna give this one more attempt, and then we can switch over. I think I can hurt it, but only in that instant when it's charging up. I don't know, I'm not gonna stop firing missiles though. I think that did it. No, so I was injuring it, not like you don't have plenty, exactly. Oh. We finally met another Chozo who was friendly and peace-loving, and then they were killed. Samus is pissed and sad. That's fair, Hyrule Warrior. I mean, in a lot of ways... I think, especially in, like, the original release, Japanese culture is different about nudity than we are over here. And it can be seen as, like, a sign of vulnerability, but it's less, like, inherently lewd. So, yeah. The Zero suit, especially in the, I want to say, like, original, but in the Zero mission, was really meant to be a portrayal of vulnerability, in my opinion. And it worked for that. It does at times. It takes you by surprise, and it's kind of silly, to be honest. It's gonna be a cold chamber. Are you kidding me? Okay. Elevator. I really need, like, a save chamber. Sure, accept. Okay. I am not disappointed in the plot of this game. How many times have we found Chozo tribes that basically, in their ruins, left warnings of warlike tendencies and warlike policies and how destructive that is? Now we're dealing with a Chozo that follows that policy over all else. That's terrifying. Hey, Adam, I've got some bad news. I've reunited with my people. Yes, that's bad news in this case.
Our friend has explained much. We now know why the enemy are pursuing you. Samus Aran, Raven beat Lord you here. He wants the Metroid DNA that exists only within you.
And a lot of his soldiers became X-infested, so he had time to show us a picture of the X. I wonder how he stemmed the spread of the X.
I have confirmed that Quiet Road has deactivated all remaining enemies. You should now be able to reach the surface unthreatened.
We'll see how long they stay deactivated. But yeah. Save progress. Yes. That's okay, Hyrule Warrior. Adam forgot Adam was an AI for a while too. Completely understandable. Okay. Let's save, and then I'm gonna take a quick break and switch over to Stellaris. Sorry, that does mean that your window to jam Samus's arm gun on me is closing for the night. See, that's kind of a sore topic for me. It is... Other M doesn't count as a Metroid game to me. They tried, but the developers responsible for that one in huge swaths disrespected the canon established by other Metroid games to the point where I'm really left, like, you can't see that game as canon in the series. I don't care if it's officially canon, I don't consider it canon. Especially its portrayal of Samus Aran and of Adam and their relationship, and Samus Aran's relationship to her PTSD. It was very inconsistent with the other games, and I know that if you didn't mind it and you were able to enjoy it, not trying to, you know, put it down for you, but for me and a lot of fans, it wasn't Samus. It was someone else part-timing as Samus, and it was a bit of a disappointment. And it didn't make sense. They retconned enough other canon, like they pulled forward enemies from Fusion, that in Fusion it says this is the first time anyone's ever faced this. Samus, you know, is encountering this enemy for the first time. And she was not badass. To the point where the Nintendo dev apologized for Other M. And understood that it's like, you know, I understand what the fans want out of Samus, and this wasn't it. And honestly, the height retcon was the least of the things that upset me. It's like, could Samus be 5'2"? Why not, you know? My wife is 5'2", and she's kind of a badass. Height is not the only factor of badassery, but Samus is a badass, and they removed that. And it also made me upset because it was clear that the height shift was part of them doing that. Samus is canonically 6'3", before the power suit, Hyrule Warrior, according to Super Metroid. She is tall for a human because of her Chozo DNA. And just because she's tall. So yeah, I'm a huge Samus fangirl. You know, I've got the tattoo. I plan to get more. There is that, Gary. Although most of the Chozo are pretty tall. But yeah. She is taller than most humans. And Oh, yeah, I'm kind of with you there, although, Lady Dimitrescu, she scares me for other reasons. The whole vampire evil plague thing, kind of. But, Samus is also one of the good representations of tall women and strong women that helps me feel comfortable with my height. Yeah. So, and there was a lot of disrespect for the formerly described relationships in Fusion, in Other M, and bad writing and handling of it, in my opinion, and even in the devs' opinion after it was released. So I'm really happy to see them portraying Samus as Samus in the more recent games, and in the remake and in this, and not as a mostly helpless damsel with daddy issues who happens to have a Chozo power suit. It made me angry. I tried to play it all the way through, but it made me... It was insulting to the character in a lot of ways. And I think after it was released and they heard what their fans had to say, the dev responsible for writing it that way realized that and started to understand. It's like, yes, Samus has her moments of vulnerability, and that's great, and that is okay. But Samus isn't written to be a realistically vulnerable, traumatized character. Samus is written to be a paragon of badassery that we can look up to and draw power from and be inspired to be strong in our own struggles. And you take that away, you kind of take away the point of loading up a video game to play as Samus. So I could ramble on that for an age, but that's really not the point of the stream, and I don't want to get sidetracked too long on that because, yeah, my other M rants can go on for ages. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break real quick, and we can get Stellaris loaded up. And if you haven't yet, please do check out the donate button on the stream page underneath this video.
A few moments later.
Exactly, Katie did. Please do check that out and consider supporting the kids and the kids hospital. It would mean a lot to me. I will be back.